You'll always sit strong in your seat at all times. Stages and carefully too. As you drift deeper asleep with every word I speak to you, with every sound you hear, you'll simply drift deeper asleep each and every time, each and every heartbeat in, each and every breath you breathe. Each and every one of your stages and carefully too. I'm looking for those that can use their imagination. It's about using your imagination under hypnosis to take yourself deeper and deeper asleep. So I'm looking for those who can use your imagination. Listen carefully too. On the count of three, on the count of three. On the count of three, I want you to imagine that the aircon in the room has completely stopped working. I want you to imagine on the count of three that the aircon in the room has completely stopped working. And with your eyes closed, you will imagine that it's 100 degrees and getting hotter and hotter every time I click my fingers. And as it gets hotter and hotter, the only thing that you have to cool yourself down are your hands. You'll use your hands to fan yourself. And you'll fan yourself to cool yourself down. You will imagine the aircon is completely broken, completely shit itself. And you will use your hands to fan yourself to cool yourself down. On the count of three, with your eyes closed, I want to see who can use their imagination the best. With your eyes closed on the count of three, imagine the aircon has completely stopped working. It's 100 degrees and getting hotter and hotter. You will not remove any article of clothing. You'll just use your hands to fan yourself. It's getting so hot. 1, 2, 3. Now use your hands. It's getting hotter and hotter. It's 100 degrees now. It's getting so hot. Imagine now it's getting hotter and hotter. And hotter and hotter. Use your hands to fan yourself. It's getting so hot now. It's getting so hot. It's getting hotter and hotter. Use your hands to fan yourself. It's the only thing you've got. It's getting hotter and hotter. Every time I click my fingers, it gets 10 times hotter. And hotter and hotter and hotter. Hotter and hotter. And hotter and hotter and hotter. It's getting so hot now, so hot. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I want you now to imagine now it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Just feel that heat. It's getting so hot. I want you now to imagine now it's 130 degrees and getting hotter and hotter. Use your hands to fan yourself. It's getting so hot now. Hotter and hotter and hotter. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It's getting so hot now. Hotter and hotter and hotter. Listen carefully to me. It's getting so hot. You fan yourself. The more you fan yourself, the more you cool down. The more you cool down, the more you want to fan yourself. Fan yourself now. It's getting so hot now. Listen carefully to me. On the count of three this time. On the count of three this time, the aircon is working. However, the aircon is getting colder and colder and colder. It's -5 degrees. They can't stop it getting colder. It gets 5 degrees colder every time I click my fingers. 1, 2, 3. Now it's -5 degrees. Getting colder and colder and colder. The only thing, warm yourself up with your arms. Warm yourself up. It's getting colder and colder. It's now -10 degrees. It's -10 degrees now, getting colder and colder and colder. Every time I click my fingers, it gets -5 degrees. It's -10, -5, -10, -5. It's now -15, -15. It's -20 now. It's getting so cold. Get some body heat from the person next to you. It's freezing now. It's so cold. Get some body heat from the person next to you. It's so cold. It's freezing cold. That's it. Feel the body heat. The person next to you is getting so cold now. So cold. That's the way. It's getting so cold now. Listen carefully to me. Listen carefully to me. It's so cold. Listen carefully to me. Listen carefully to me. Listen carefully. On the count of three. On the count of three, you'll be wide awake. You'll wonder what you're doing. Whenever I say the word sleep, your eyes will close. You'll go to sleep. At any time this evening, when I say the word sleep, your eyes will close, you'll instantly go deep, deep asleep. On the count of 3, your eyes will open, you'll wonder what you're doing. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wait away. You're right, what are you doing? Come here, lovely, I'm going to sit you there. So we're looking for people with good imaginations, okay? What I'm going to do, beautiful, I'm going to let you go. So there you go, there you go. Give a round of applause, come on. Okay, come here. Give a round of applause. That's what you're doing there. So, right, listen carefully to me. You heard me, didn't you? It's amazing, isn't it? You can hear everything. You know what you do, you just can't stop it. Yeah? That's hypnosis. It's amazing, isn't it? So listen, what's your name, lovely? Ashley. Give me your hand, Ashley. Good girl. All right? Good girl. Look into my eyes now, look away. Nice good looking. Good girl. Okay. Just let me out yourself. Hold back. Sleep. No. Jess. Just think about Jess. Just close your eyes. Just relax. Just stop. Sleep. I need to know who the fuck you are.